All right, it's 7 o'clock on August 25th, and the regular meeting of West Valley School Board is now called to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'm going to make a motion to excuse Haley Larson tonight. She tried her hardest to get out of a business meeting. She couldn't. And Joel Heed. Some of you probably know that Joel's wife, Kelly, her brain tumor was found cancerous, so they were in Seattle all day today getting consultations. So think about Joel. And I don't believe he's going to end up coming tonight. They just got home a little bit ago. So I'll make a motion to excuse Haley and Joel. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed with the same sign. Motion carried 3-0. Dr. Finch, any changes to the agenda?
No changes.
Communications.
The response to public comment is there as a placeholder. There was no public comment at the last meeting. Item B is the State Board of Education. They provided a letter that West Valley School District is in full compliance and has full certification for the 26-27 school year. That's it.
Awesome. Okay, our program presentation, Minerva, you are up for Blockfest.
All right, so we have Blockfest. We'll go ahead and have the board join the audience so you can see the PowerPoint. Blockfest is something new this year, so we wanted to highlight something new that we're going to be doing in the upcoming school year. It's a family engagement and early STEM education activity, and we'll have a Blockfest event at each elementary school throughout the school year. We'll also have it at our STEM showcase at the Innovation Center in March. And so Minerva Pardo is our Director of Family and Community Engagement, and Minerva will provide a presentation about Blockfest.
Okay, so you remember our last April presentation, I said, and we're having Blockfest and Blockfest is, okay, I will tell you later. So this is when I tell you what Blockfest is. And Blockfest, it's a fun program. It is, we went to Detroit. We flew on a Thursday, and we visited an exhibit, Blockfest exhibit on Friday morning. And then we flew back to Yakima. And we got a flight canceled when we were in Seattle. But anyway, that was the sad part of the story. But it was a really fun experience. Blockfest, it's 5 different stations, and I'm going to explain a little bit of this presentation. So what is Blockfest? Blockfest is a research-based activity that helps raise awareness of early math and science by offering hands-on block play experiences to families with young children. And you can have little kids. You know, we saw a parent with a baby going to all the different stations, or you can have 3rd, 4th, 5th graders at the same time. At first, I thought that was very difficult to see. It works. It works really well. Why did we choose the program? Well, it's because parents, teachers, and the community will become more knowledgeable about the importance of early math and science learning as it impacts both school readiness and later math success. That is why we choose this program. How does this program work? It's a hands-on block play with 5 block play stations for parents with children ages 8 months to 8 years. Together, children and parents explore math and science through block play. And this really aligns with our goals because it's we're creating a safe and inclusive engaging learning environment where children and families can learn and connect through play. And as an intentional hands-on early learning experience, it strengthens mathematical thinking, language, problem solving, creativity, spatial reasoning, collaboration, and family engagement, helping children develop the skills and sense of belonging they need to succeed. Do families need to register? Yes, because we can have only 50 people in the room, okay? So we need to have a registration, and you have a sample of the flyer that we will send to each site. We are going to start with one at Mountain View, because I mentioned that we got our flight canceled. So when we were in Seattle, we ran into the Epic people that were coming from Las Vegas for training, and they rented a car, and they said, "You can come with us." And I said, "Hey, you want to have a Block Fest?" And so we have Epic at Mountain View, and we're having the first Block Fest celebration with Epic as a thank you for saving our lives. So then after that, we have a Tanum, and then we have all the different elementary schools, and we're going to create a link for families to register. And once we see that we're reaching the top 50, we're going to close the registration. Right now, I'm thinking that we can have one session, but it depends on if we have more people, we might even have 2 sessions, because it takes a while. It takes about an hour to get the whole set ready. But we will see. This is the first time we're doing it. So that is us in Detroit. That is Eddie Vanusak from Ypsilanti, Michigan. Okay, and Stacy and I, we got there, and to be honest, I thought it was just going to be, let's see what they do. When we get there, Eddie says, "Okay, let's go. Let's start getting everything out of the trailer." We started carrying bags, and then this is your T-shirt, this is your T-shirt. Let's get to work, and that was even better. So that's an example of how the stations look. We have all the supplies. We have everything that we need. All the toys, all things, everything is ready. So we have to put those mats together. I think it's 5 by 4. We set 5 different stations. One station has those bricks. Those are made of cardboard. Those are ready. And the other ones are wooden planks are called, I think. And then we have another station. Well, that's still Stacy and I, because we also have to work. One thing that we did, which is really important, was we're also building the language. What are you doing? How many are you building? How many bricks do you need to build this column? How can we sustain this to make it stronger? Or I was having these conversations with children, and they are thinking, and I think that's a beautiful thing that we can do, where we can get them into reasoning all these things. So these are the foam blocks. And then we have this other one. We also have units. So that is Stacy, and that is the way the whole thing is, just ready to welcome all the families. So we're going to start, as I said before, with a Tanum in September. Then October, Summit View. November is Cottonwood. Apple Valley in February. Mountain View, April the 20th. White Hollow in May, and we're having one at the Innovation Center during the STEM Night showcase. So sometimes the best learning starts with the pilot blocks. Let's build opportunities for families and students to explore, create, connect, and learn. One block at a time. And that's all I have.
Thank you.
This is kind of like part B, right, of the other day's presentation.
All right, we'll have the board return, see if there's any questions.
So how long are these sessions when you meet?
1 hour.
1 hour.
And it takes 1 hour to get everything ready.
I was gonna say, it takes an hour to get everything ready, and then an hour session.
That's why I'm thinking that it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And for 1 hour, hopefully we can have 2 sessions. But let's see, first, families are gonna learn
Sure.
about Blockfest.
Yeah. So is that part of when you said they're going to learn? So part of, I love this, by the way, this is really, really good for kids. And so you're, part of while you're doing this, you're also helping parents learn how to do this at home, just certain.
We're modeling the
Yeah.
teaching, right?
Yeah.
By telling, we're playing with them.
Yeah.
I think what Eddie said also, a lot of fathers like to come and play with the
Well,
blocks with their
that's true,
child. So
and you do see a lot of that. And so the intention when we got this training, they said it's 10 minutes, and every 10 minutes they move to the next station. Well, I think that would be the right thing to do. But when you have a dad with a 1-year-old child, the child wants to be in this station for 5 seconds and then wants to go to the other one, and that happens. And that's perfectly fine. But we try to encourage them to visit all of them. What they also do is they have a passport And we have an apron, and when the child gets to you, he gives you the passport, and then we sign, and then at the end they had a raffle. And for those kids that visited all the 5 different stations, they won a bag with some blocks. That was good.
What does, like, if they go to one of these stations, is there like an objective that they're given to?
Oh, that's a great point. Yes, because if you see these, and I like that very much. You see that? There's a sign for bricks. It says, and it gives suggestions to families on what to do at home.
Yeah.
How to continue, what the purpose of each station is, because we can be using the language and modeling the activity, but there is information there for them. They can read, and one side is in English, the other side is in Spanish, so they can be talking. Right now, my team and I, all of us bilingual, we're planning to be there, and we're trying to make sure that we have everybody, welcoming all our families. So language should not be a barrier.
If as a parent, well, if a parent asks, bringing their kids, like how does this connect my child to math and science? My mind's already thinking, but I'm just curious, like, what does the answer become for that parent when they ask that question?
Well, I think it should be just very basic, but when they are playing with the bricks and they're building something, we're talking about science right there. Or when we are saying, how many do you need to build these? How many, or what is the shape that you can make with I was in the station with the bricks, and I was talking about that. How many do you need? There was a parent that was building these forts and then keeping the child inside, and they were laughing together. And dad was building that fort. So yeah, probably that way. And if you see the foam blocks, you have all different kinds of shapes. So does that work? Why doesn't it work? So we can talk a lot about
Problem solving. Yeah. Are you going to be reaching out? I know you go into a lot of the homes of younger kids that they're future West Valley students. Are you reaching out to a lot of those families for this?
First, we want to start with the students that we have in the elementaries, and then we'll probably encourage play and learn. First, I want to start with each school. That's the goal.
Okay.
To start with the kids that we have, K-5, but if they come with younger kids, they're welcome. And then we can probably see if we can have one just for play and learn. And play and learn, and great kids can be invited, and that's a different audience. But first, we want to see how these, because it is a lot of work. We have to take we have probably 2 times this table with bags, and just the mats takes 3 of those big bags. Not heavy, and even what is heavy is the wooden blocks, but we have these boxes with wheels, so it's really well thought, program. It's gonna be fun.
Have you thought about setting it up during the daytime for classes to come and use it, and then have it open at
That's
night
a
for
good
parents?
idea.
Because you're setting it up already, so you could be there all day, and the teachers
That's
could rotate
we
through
have
it.
to be there though, and that would
Yeah.
require having one person all day.
Yeah, you might have to have teachers or.
And it's the gym. We have to use the gym. Another thing is that when we receive the training, one of the kind of like conditions or requirements that one person that received the training has to be at the exhibit. And I would love to see you at one of them, and so you can see all the work that it's put into. We have one table where they register. I don't think I'm gonna be doing the passports because I don't have anything to give away and I don't want a condition, but I will encourage, hey, time to go to the next station. Let's see what happens, right? Because this is supposed to be free, play, and learn.
Is that something that, like, maybe us as school board members, and like, I'm thinking of me, could I bring like my oldest daughter and could we help out on one of those nights? Is that something?
Oh,
be great.
yeah.
She's a student here.
Yes,
That'd be great.
that's a wonderful
That's a good
idea.
idea.
Because the more people that help, the better. Because when I am with one parent, you have 2 more parents right here. So if we have more people talking about it, that would be fantastic. Yes, and probably, thinking about it, we can get a group of high school students. I'm just thinking out loud, getting a group of high school students that would be interested in helping volunteer. But I definitely have to have Because I can just say, hey, these high school students are gonna run this station. What if they don't show up? So I have to have my staff, but I can also have some high school students. That would be a good idea. But then everybody's gonna be welcome, but we do have to have registration, or it just would be too, yeah, or out of order, wouldn't work, would be.
I think it's gonna be really popular, and I
I
think
hope
you're
so.
gonna have requests for more, because someone's gonna say, okay, you're at Mountain View once this year, like what else can I do with my kids? So I'm just thinking about how do you funnel them into other events?
That will be a very wonderful problem to have. Because I already have one of my staff, I said, Brian, you're gonna be in charge of helping me with all the, cause it's carrying all these, big bags and everything. We put everything into one trailer, and we have everything ready to go. It's a lot of work, but I can't wait. For that first day, I told everybody, guys, we're gonna be just so ready for that first time. And I said, okay, you, Selena, you're gonna be in charge of the bricks. That's your station. Always, that's going to be your station. So do a lot of research. You're gonna be doing foam blocks, or you're gonna be doing the wooden blocks or unit blocks, but always the same station, so they can start looking for more ideas. Because if I start rotating, oh, I had a great idea, but now you move into a different one. Or also putting these things back into the bag. You have to be strategic. For the little wooden ones, you have to be strategic. If you just put everything back in the sack, not gonna work. And then it's gonna get damaged. So it's gonna be fun.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
thank
gonna be
you.
fun,
Thanks for the-
yeah. All right, next is public comment. Do we have any sign-up sheet? No sign-up sheet, but is there anybody that would like to make a public comment? Yes. Just,
Over to
where she
Where
is
Minerva
there,
was, yeah.
Minerva was. Right there.
Right there.
Yeah. The mic picks you up from a distance.
My name is Joe Kopsig. I live a block east of Summit View Elementary. I don't have any kids in this district, but I am a security guard. I know that most of you are here to talk about budgetary and logistical concerns, but I'd like to talk about harm reduction and safety. I don't know if anyone read, after the shooting at the school in Uvalde, Texas, it came out that the door to the west entrance, which the shooter used to get inside, failed to lock automatically when a teacher attempted to pull it closed. Like it or not, to prevent shootings, schools are going to have to hire some security guards. Obviously, they should be posted near the entrances, but also someone needs to be making sure that the doors and windows, which have been reported by guards as broken or working improperly, are promptly fixed. The primary job of the security guard is to spot broken doors and to see to it that they're fixed. Putting up with broken doors should not be the kind of things that security guards have to put up with every day. That would put security guards in the position of having to pretend or even write down in reports that doors are secure when they're not. That makes your children less safe. Sure, posting security guards at entrances is necessary, whether the locks are working or not, but that only solves half the problem. Someone needs to verify that their superiors are listening to their complaints about broken doors, so that having to monitor broken entrances does not distract from the monitoring of other parts of the property. Problem is that a lot of security guards are low paid and entry level, so there's not always people listening to their concerns. Some American schools seem to lack even a basic level of security. Once in Illinois, my home state, while attempting to find a school board meeting, I went to the wrong building, which was a school. A music recital was in progress. Not only did nobody stop me at the door to ask me which room I was looking for, I had trouble finding any employee whom I could ask a question. I asked a teacher to her face if she could help me. She stared at me and kept walking. I just want to say that I hope the people in Washington are taking their children's security a lot more seriously than the people in Illinois are. Parents and school administrators are wary of violating students' privacy by placing cameras or security guards in restrooms, so of course it wouldn't make any sense to do that. But think about it. I'm sure we've all heard the song "Smoking in the Boys' Room." Most of the smoking and vaping occurs in bathrooms. Most sexual assaults occur in the bathrooms. Most of the fights happen in the bathrooms or schoolyards or hallways. Just wanted you to keep that in mind going forward. And I think there should be a system where there are alarms in the bathroom so students can alert security guards when there's an assault happening or a fight or a vaping or other rule breaking. think we should have security guards listed not only by entrances, but also outside rooms. A place where they'd be monitored, where the security guard and the door can be monitored by camera. Yeah, thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Joe, what was your last name?
Kopsick,
Kopsick.
Kopsick.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, I'm going to close the public comment section. The next on the agenda is approval of the consent agenda. We have 5 items. A is approval of the minutes, B is approval of vouchers and payroll, C is financial reports, D is approval of employee contracts, and E is approval of resignations, retirements, separations. Does anybody want to pull anything off of the consent agenda before we vote on it? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the whole of the consent agenda.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed by the same sign. Consent agenda is approved, 3-0. It's a lot of teachers have to go through a list here. Okay, action items. A is approval of travel requests. And I just wanted to make a comment before we make a motion on that. If you read the letter in your packet, I thought it was really fascinating that 90 school districts from across the country applied to be part of the Starting from Scratch culinary intensive. And following a highly competitive review process, our district was selected as one of 25 districts to participate. So that's a pretty good honor. Appreciate that. So I will make a motion to approve the travel request to Boulder, Colorado in November. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed by the same sign. Motion approved, 3-0. This is our second reading of policy additions and revisions. Before we vote, is there any comments or questions on any of these policies?
There's been no changes from the first reading. There was a question about retiring the confidential communications, and I did check as requested by the board, and we do have language in the boundaries, having boundaries with students, that policy and procedure. So there is the language there that was wanting to make sure that basically it was that if a student is beginning to share personal information, they're supposed to redirect it to the school counselor or
Counselors,
other
yeah.
appropriate staff. And so that's in our policy and procedure already. And so that makes it appropriate to retire this confidential communications 4020.
Appreciate your response on that too, by
Thank you.
the way. Okay, I will entertain a motion to approve the 15 policy revisions and additions.
I'll make a motion to approve the policy addition second reading.
Okay, motion is on the table. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed by the same sign. Motion carried, 3-0. Are there any items arising, issues that may have come up since the packet was sent out?
Item C also.
Oh, did I miss item C? I apologize. Oh, it snuck in there right after there. Oh, yeah, that's the important one, isn't it? Approval of contract for the Northwest Leadership Associates. I reached out and we decided we didn't have any more questions, so Joel did not come tonight, and I've been in contact with him. But I will make a motion to approve the contract from Northwest Leadership Associates as written. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed by the same sign. Motion carried, 3-0. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Related to that, I suppose I guess we can put it under items arising, so
Okay.
for the minutes. But related to that, have worked with Joel Ani from the Northwest Leadership Associates to map out a schedule for the week of September 21st. And that would include a community forum on September 22nd in our high school auditorium. That would be part of the board meeting, so the board would be able to listen and hear the.
September 21st.
Is it
22.
22nd? I think it's, yeah, it's that week is what I'm saying.
I
22nd.
know I've got the
Yeah,
schedule.
yeah, so the Tuesday, the 22nd would be the evening of the community forum to have input from the community about what they'd like to see in the next superintendent. And so just want to make sure that that is going to work for everyone. I mean, it's on our calendar already, so that
Yeah.
makes sense. And then they would meet with staff on the 22nd as well. And then the evening have the community forum with the community. And then on the next day, there would be our Zoom with our Spanish-speaking families. That's a regularly scheduled meeting. And then at the end of the week on Friday, it's a non-student day. So in the afternoon, there would be some time there available for staff to meet with the consultants. If the staff would like to, it would be optional. And so it would work out nicely that would be the week that we would kick off and have the online survey for people that can't attend the in-person meetings, and then also have some in-person meetings for both staff and community. So does that sound like a good schedule?
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it.
Sounds
And
great.
again, I think I said it last time, but I appreciate the way that Joel came across in that meeting, and just felt very trusting to hear him talk, and I know it's gonna be a good process. And we appreciate you, Peter, and all you do. I know we're gonna have the accolades down the road for you, but
Thank you.
you know, just thankful for just your service to the district, so.
Well, talking with Joel, by me announcing early, that really gives West Valley School District opportunity to be first in line on the round of hiring for this 26-27 school year. And so it positions the district in a good position. So appreciate Joel saying that. The other thing is, I think Joel would like to have a board member that's the contact person. So,
I think,
yeah, it's okay having.
did we say you last time?
I'm willing.
Steve?
Does that sound good?
Up to you
Can
guys.
you just give us
Didn't we say
updates or
two?
something?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I thought we said it was two,
One.
just one.
Yeah, he just wanted a point of contact, so he could just talk to people, and I would refer talk about stuff to you, and you could always call me and say, "Can you talk to Joel about this?" Yeah, just
I'm fine with that, if you are
That's fine.
now.
Yep.
yeah,
Okay,
I'm willing
very
to
good.
do it. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, the travel log report is in your packet. Dr. Finch, superintendent's report.
I just shared about the preparations we had for professional development for both our administrative staff and our teaching staff. So we had that prior to school starting, and the focus for both groups was teacher clarity, and that is the alignment of grade level standards with daily instruction, including learning targets, success criteria, learning activities, and the student self-assessment of their work based on the success criteria. And for students to meet grade level standards, they must have the opportunity for daily practice that is aligned to the standards. Teachers work together in grade level teams and department areas to unpack the standards and identify the skills, the verbs of the standard, and the content, the nouns of the standard, so that they could take those standards and translate those into daily learning targets for our students. So we are doing great things in West Valley. We want to continue that and just make sure that students have the opportunity to show what they know with the grade level standards. And that's going to continue to be our focus this year.
Thank you. Were there any board reports or board development you'd like to report? Okay, we are going into a closed session for an update on collective bargaining. It should last about 10 minutes. No decisions will be made.
All right, so about 7:28.
At 7:28.
Okay.
Okay, it is 7:38 and our closed session is still continuing. We're going to add another 15 minutes. Okay, the closed session is adjourned at 7:52, back into the regular session, and the regular session is adjourned at 7:52.